Jump all over the Bible. First book of the Bible, Genesis 13. Genesis 13, verse 6. The Bible says, "And the land was not able to bear them, that they might dwell together, for their substance was great, and that they could not dwell together. And there was a strife between the herdmen of Abram's cattle and the herdmen of Lot's cattle, and the Canaanites and the Perizzites dwelt in the land." We see Abraham and Lot here. They just got bigger and bigger. God told Abraham to leave, and Abraham took Lot. And when he took Lot, they both got rich. I mean, they got so much stuff. I mean, just overloaded. And problem, when you get problems, when you get too much stuff, so much there is strife. Strife. And everybody wants a part of your stuff when you have too much stuff. Amen? Amen. And there is not strife between Abraham and Lot. Did you get that? Abraham and Lot, they've got a great relationship. The problem is, they're herdsmen. It's sort of like if George invited his cousins. They started coming to church, and Connie invites her friends, and they start coming to church. Then the cousins can't stand Connie's friend, and Connie's friend can't stand the cousin. Now, everything's all right between y'all, but over there, you got all kinds of problems now.
Right.
All right, and that's what's happened here. And amen. And I've seen the devil do that over and over. Right. Half of this church can't stand the other half of the church. Amen. Right. And I remember Brother Jack telling a story about his neighbor. He was a Southern Baptist man, and they were best of friends. And Brother Jack told him the man wanted to join his church. He said, "I want to come over and be part of your church." Brother Jack said, "No." He said, "You better stay where you're at." He said, "Be a blessing to your church." He said, "If we're going to stay friends, you need to stay over there. I need to stay over here." Amen. And you say, "Why?" He said, "Well, they're going to clash. They're going to clash." Amen. And I tell you, people say, "Well, we want everybody to come to church." No, we don't. Amen. We want the people that God wants to send over here. Amen. Nobody else. In Genesis 13, verse 8, Abraham said unto Lot, "Let there be no strife between me and thee. Between my herdsmen and thy herdsmen is the whole land before thee. Separate thyself." Separate thyself. And so Abraham said, "Tell you what I want you to do." He says, since our herdsmen have problems, he says, "I want you to go. You go to the left, I'll go to the right. You go north, I'll go south. Whichever way you want." He said, "You pick a way, all right?" You know what dads want more than anything else? They want peace and quiet at the house. Amen. And they don't care who they got to throw out of the house. Amen. To get that peace and quiet.
That's right.
Amen.
Amen.
So in verse 10, Lot lifted up his eyes and beheld the plains of Jordan. It was well watered. And so he looks over there and says, "You know what, I think I'll go this way." He used physical eyes instead of spiritual eyes. We talked about that in Sunday school. You got to have spiritual eyes.
Right.
All right, you cannot look at all problems, amen, physically. Amen, you'll have problems in the house. Guess what you'll do? You'll look at this physically. You'll never look at it spiritually. When's the last time you looked at a problem and you said, "Well, is this a spiritual problem? What's going on?"
Right.
Amen. And so Lot looked at it and said, "You know what? I think I'll go this way. I think I'm going to go this way." And he lived his life based on sight. Looks better over here. Now let me say this. You can live off sight and say, "Well, she's a pretty good looking woman. I think I'll marry her." But you better find out what's inside before you marry what's on the outside. Amen. And some people look on it on sight, others on feelings, on emotions. Well, it feels like the right thing for me to do.
Right.
Well, what did that have to do with anything?
Right.
Amen. There's going to be a few major decisions in your life. All right?
Amen.
Not every day is going to be a major decision. Where are we going to go eat? Well, I got a couple of ideas I'm thinking about. Amen. That's a small decision. All right? It's a small decision.
Right.
All right? But big decisions are, what kind of career am I going to have?
Right.
What kind of mate am I going to marry?
Right.
Who am I going to marry?
Right.
Where am I going to live?
Right.
Am I going to live in the city, in the country? Am I going to move up town? Where am I going to live? What kind of house am I going to have?
Right.
Am I going to have an apartment? Am I going to, get a home? Well, amen.
Yeah.
I see houses in my neighborhood. There's one street, major street, and there's houses on both sides, and there is constant traffic 24 hours a day.
Right.
Doesn't matter what time of the day or night. There's cars driving up and down. That drives me crazy. I can't live like that. Amen. Now, I don't want no house right there like on Hopper. Amen. You live in your house right there on Hopper. Guess what? There's going to be tons of traffic back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, all times of the night.
Right.
You better learn where you want to have your house. Amen. You better. Amen.
Amen.
What kind of car am I going to have? Now those you'll probably make every few years, amen. At least every 5 years you'll have to make a decision. What kind of car am I going to get? Well, if you want to go common sense, you buy a car that there's always parts. Now if there ain't always parts, guess what? You're asking for a problem. I would like a lot of problems, God. I want these things to be hard. I don't want to find them right here in the area. I don't want to just go down there and go get me a used one. I want to look all over the country to find me a part.
Amen.
Okay.
Amen.
Most of the world calculates what it's going to do. They don't pray about it. You know what you're supposed to do? You're supposed to pray. If you're a Christian, you're supposed to pray about these decisions.
Right.
What should I do?
Amen.
Amen.
If you don't pray about it, guess what's going to happen? You're going to always make the wrong decisions.
Amen.
When you make the wrong decisions, you're going to wind up in problem. You say, how do you know? We're studying the life of Lot. Did not pray here.
Huh.
Did not pray here. Just made a decision, the wrong decision, and it's going to cost his whole family all kinds of problems. And Lot, verse 12, Lot dwelt in the cities of the plain and pitched his tent towards Sodom. Now, they're over there towards Sodom. He's not in Sodom. And verse 13, the men of Sodom were wicked and sinners before the Lord exceedingly. There's a glimpse of what Sodom and Gomorrah are. They don't just sin, they do it exceedingly, a bunch.
Right. Amen.
Right.
Chapter 14, we see there's a war, and there's a war going on, and they take Lot. He gets captured in verse 12. So somebody has to go over there and tell Abraham. In verse 14, they tell Abraham what's all happened. Right. And so he gets his men, verse 15 and 16, and they go rescue Lot. I mean, he's got trained men, Abraham does. And they got to get Lot out of this trouble. They go out, risk their own lives. That's family for you. Family's gonna go out there and get you.
Right.
Amen.
Amen.
And so what does Lot do after he gets freed? He says, well, you know what? I lived on the outskirts of town. Way out there. I wasn't in town. I was still in the country. But I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to move in town. And the next time we see Lot, he's in Sodom and Gomorrah. Why? Well, it's safer. Not a lot of crime around here.
Right.
It's easier to make money when you're in the city. More people.
Right.
And the kids there have a better school. They can go to better school now. Any excuse is a good excuse if you want to live in the world.
Right.
Any excuse is a good excuse.
Amen.
And you don't have to participate in all the stuff that was happening in Sodom and Gomorrah. I don't think Lot became a queer. All right? Or a sodomite. Now, that's a proper word. Sodomite. I don't think he became a sodomite even though he was living in Sodom. But he liked hanging around those people. Once he got in town, he enjoyed the city life and all the things that were happening in Sodom and Gomorrah. He liked the partying going on, the loud music at the clubs. He liked all that. Now listen, I've been in New Orleans. I tell you, it's a wild place. A lot of music, a lot of people out there ain't got hardly anything on, but they got great restaurants. I mean, they got great restaurants. I mean, I enjoy the food. Amen. I enjoy it. Amen. But I don't want to live there. I don't mind going by. All right. I don't mind visiting for a couple of days and then back. Amen. I don't want to live there.
Amen.
Some people want to live right in the middle of that mess. That's what happened to Lot. He's right there. And most Christians, they don't consider the wicked. They don't consider how they're being influenced by the wicked. In chapter 19, God is fed up with Sodom and Gomorrah. in chapter 18, God and Abraham have a talk, and they come up with, Abraham says, listen, at the very end, he starts off with the big number, he winds up with 10. If there's 10 people that are righteous, will you destroy Sodom and Gomorrah? And God said, no, I'm not going to destroy it. In chapter 19, they send 2 angels to Sodom, and Lot sat at the gate of Sodom, and Lot, seeing them, arose to meet them, and he bowed himself with his face toward the ground. Lot's at the gate. You say, why is he at the gate? He's ready to make some money.
Right.
He's ready to make a deal. But also, he wants to be a blessing. There's still good in Lot, and he wants to do right. But let me say this, that's not enough.
Right.
Just because you want to be a blessing, and just because you want to do right, does not make enough. Amen? You got to have more. You got to have more. Amen? And he said, behold, my lords, turn in, I pray thee, into thy servant's house, tarry all night, wash your feet, you shall rise early, go on your way. And he said, nay, but we will abide in the streets all night. Lot meets these men. He said, listen, come to my house, you can relax. He said, we'll put water out so you can wash your feet. Amen. You can eat some food. And Lot is trying to be a blessing. And he presses them. He presses them greatly in verse number 3. And they finally show up. And guess who's doing the cooking? Lot's doing the cooking. Where is Mrs. Lot? Well, I don't know. She's either too tired to cook, amen, laying down the back. She's working or she's partying. The Bible doesn't say, amen.
Amen.
But she ain't cooking, amen. She has lost her position. Gone. She's a new woman. New woman now, amen. I'm a Sodomite woman, amen. I live in Sodom. I got freedom. You know, I'm a liberal. Oh, okay. All right. And verse chapter, and